Right, thanks, guys, for joining in today. I know the kids and the junior bairns appreciate it as well, and it gives them something to do in a little break from homeschooling as well. But how are the two of you? How are you managing?
Yeah, good. This is a break from my homeschooling in the house, so all good.
Aye, we're doing all right. Just getting on, mate, same as everybody else.
Cool. Well, I know the kids are looking forward to hearing the questions read out, so probably just get into it. And our first question is from William Welsh, who is 8 years old. He's a season ticket holder, and he plays for Falkirk Football Foundation 2012 Yellows. And he directing this question at both of you, so you can both have a shot. And he wants to know how you guys prepare for a match. So Lee, do you wanna answer that one first?
Yeah, in terms of the preparation, starts probably on a Tuesday for a match. Looking toward the following Saturday, and we just go through strengths and weaknesses of our opposition. Go through different bits and bobs with the players, work on the pitch, do a bit of analysis through that. And Liam Corr, who's we're lucky to have at the club, he'll kind of give us a report on the team that we're up against next. We'll get into different individual aspects of it, how the team shape up, where their weaknesses are, and we look to construct training sessions to counter that. So the players know what they're up against on the Saturday. And in terms of preparation for the actual game, that we kind of look at it, Thursday, Friday are probably the one to look at. Film the training sessions with information from the meetings we have with Liam, and Dave and I will get together and talk about different things, and then we'll relay that to the players Thursday, Friday, and then look toward the game next Saturday.
David, do you have anything to add, or do you think Lee's pretty much cleared that up?
No, I think that pretty much says everything. Obviously, there is, some people might think it's just preparation for a game begins that day, like on the Saturday morning or something like that. But as Lee says, we're preparing all week. The Monday we like to go through aspects of the game that we played on the Saturday with the players and take the strengths and weaknesses and the positives and negatives out of that game. And then we put that to bed, and we take that and then we start again and we move on to the next game that we're coming up against. So, as a longer process than a lot of people might think.
All right, excellent. Some good answers there. Good answers. Next question is from Maya MacArthur, who's 7, and this is a really good question actually. She is Connor Salmon's biggest fan, but she wants to know how old he is.
Well, he plays like a 21-year-old. His energy levels, his athleticism, everything about him is great. His enthusiasm for the game is great, but he's 34 years old.
Well, you wouldn't think it by watching him play.
No, he is. He's got great energy levels, and he's done great for us this season.
And our next one here, we've got some junior bairns, so a shout out to them and to Sarah Scott, who does some good work with them.
Great work, some great work, not good work.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent. It's been we're missing them. We're missing Sarah and all the junior bairns.
Yeah.
Not the chance at all for a long while to see them. So we hope they're doing okay. And hopefully we get to see them soon again. So we know it's tough for everybody, and that's a big part of what we like having at the club. Getting everybody involved and getting the kids involved, and Sarah does a great job with that as well.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get them involved now, and we'll get their questions in. So 6-year-old Robbie White wants to know if either of you play computer games, and if you do you like to play Animal Crossing?
I'll take this one first. I don't play video games. My kids do. My kids play Fortnite all the time, or Pokemon on the Nintendo Switches and that. No, as for video games myself, no. When I was younger, yeah, I think I was the first one in my family to have a computer. It was a Nintendo, the first Nintendo ever to be built, I think. Played Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. And then that was me. My brother used to play computer games, but I never played. I was always out kicking a ball about. I wasn't really bothered and interested in computer games.
What about you? Good.
I'm similar, to be fair. Played them when I was younger. Some of the ones Lee was mentioning there as well. Some of the kids won't even understand what we're talking about. A Nintendo, a computer like that, or a Sega Mega Drive and stuff like that. But it was a bit of Mario Brothers or a bit of Donkey Kong stuff like that. But I suppose it's still a bit. I play it on the Nintendo Switch. Play Mario Kart with my youngest Erin. So still get a wee bit, but no, I've not really played Animal Crossing, to be fair.
All right, and the next one we've got Millie White, who's 10, and she wants to know if you guys have any special routines on a match day.
Well, we went through a while there. We used to come in a bit earlier, Leah, and we used to do a wee gym session. We used to go in the gym and we'd speak over some aspects of the game and things like that. Obviously, with the current situation, we couldn't do that, so we couldn't get into the gym, and we couldn't be in there training together. So now we just kind of come in, get in a bit earlier. Any preparation towards the game in terms of our team talks or stuff we need to lay out for the players, or make sure there's kind of no stone unturned. So just coming in a bit earlier and preparing for that, really. Obviously, Lee, you'll be a bit different. We get strict in that as well.
It's slightly different, but no, it's good to get in a bit earlier. The gym sessions were good. We used to batter each other in the gym before the games. Even with me playing, I think we used to do it. It was just our routine we get in, and it was good. It was really good for us. It cleared the head, got us hearing different opinions about different things about the game, and then cracked on from there. But no, we've just get in early, speak about things. Everything's kind of done basically leading up to that. So the preparation on a game day is basically relaxing, looking forward to the game and seeing if we've missed anything out. Just preparation, really.
And Cara White, who is 12 years old, wants to know what advice you could give her, because she enjoys playing football herself.
What advice? Just enjoy it. Just play it as much as you can. I know it's hard to get out there with the weather and stuff when it's snowy outside, but no, my kids do it all the time, and I used to do it. I used to have a ball at my feet all the time, in the house, out the house, and the parents will maybe not like me saying that, but a softball around about the house, just getting wee touches and stuff, and just constantly wanting to better yourself and trying to do different things. And it's the small things that make a difference. Just passing against a wall, both feet, working your both feet, and just watching football, watching what the professionals are doing, and taking kind of different bits from different players. And you've got a favourite player, watch them, see how they play, see how, if that's the way you want to play. If I know at that age you're not going to be bothered with formations or anything like that. You just want to go and enjoy playing football.
Yeah, I'd back that up as well. Just keep at it as much as you can. You know what I mean? Getting out in the garden or getting out in the street or whatever it might be. Get that ball out and just, whether it's playing a bit or try and turn it into a wee game sometimes as well. Trying to hit different targets around about the garden, or working on your passing. The best one, as Lee says there, just playing it off the wall. Bouncing it off, taking a touch, playing it back again. It's the most simplest thing, but it's probably one of the best things that can help your touch and your passing as well.
All right. Well, some good advice there. So I hope Cara pays attention, watches this, and I think all the junior bairns are wondering if you guys are missing the junior bairns days.
Yeah, definitely. I think David touching that there. We're missing Sarah Scott and the rest of the troops. It's one of the things we look forward to, and I think a lot of the players haven't experienced that yet, taking little training sessions, and you see the same faces every year, but it's great to see them the next again season and see how they've been over the past year and whatever, and just seeing kids with a smile on their face kicking the ball about at the Falkirk Stadium. There's nothing better than that. My kids get involved in it as well as David's kids as well, and it's great just for family days out, if anything. You see all the parents there, albeit they're up the stand, but they're trusting us with their kids and just having that mingling time, that one-to-one time with their favourite player, coaches, whatever it is. And I think it's a lot of the players we've signed haven't had that experience yet, and the players we've had over the past year, 2 years, we've loved it. And the feedback we've had from them and taking training sessions and stuff, and kids are so enthusiastic. And I think they get away with a lot of it, positives out of it, and the signing sessions, and just getting that personal touch and getting to meet their favourite players.
Getting to see that different side of a player sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a picture of a player that you see and you watch every week, but then we actually see them in person and you get to talk to them, you understand that, you know, they're a different type of person. But no, as it's we are missing it, you know, we definitely can't wait until we get it back, but you know, hopefully it's sooner rather than later.
Yep, hopefully a lot sooner. We've got a few more here. We've got one from Arlo Black, who's 9 years old, and he said he wants to play football all the time, and he's asking, how often did you play football when you were his age at 9?
Every second, every day.
Aye.
Honestly, as much as I could, Matt. I used to get out, obviously, when I was younger and he was younger, there was no mobile phones back in the day. So you used to get around and just chat with your friends up, chat the door, and they could see me coming, and I would always have a ball kicking off the fence, whatever it is, ball juggling, whatever it is. And they used to see me coming, and I could see them, and they would go and hide and say to their mums, "No, I'm not coming out." Because I was just constantly wanted to play football up at school, whether it was on concrete. It wasn't really astroturf then, so you were either red ash, bogging grass, or concrete in the school playground. So it didn't matter where you were playing, or the football had patches ripped off it and whatever. It was just kicking a ball about. And I've got a lot to thank my mates for, because they were there and I was obviously a little bit better than them, and they didn't want to play as much as I wanted to play. But they were there and they were opposition, if anything else. They enjoyed it, I hope.
Aye, the thing is,
nutmegged every 2 seconds.
Aye, the thing that got me there was you said there was no mobile phones. That just shows how old we are now.
Aye,
you know what I mean?
ancient.
The kids,
absolutely ancient.
Kids listening to this thinking, what? There's no mobile phone? What did you do? How did you
Wi-Fi? Who's Wi-Fi? Who's Wi-Fi?
Or even when you were in school, you didn't have a ball. If nobody brought a ball, and then what did you end up doing? You end up kicking a plastic bottle about or something.
Plastic bottle or a can.
Aye. Still had something
chip
to
it into a bin or whatever it was. Aye.
Something just to pass the time, but it was always related with football somehow. So, you know, times have changed, and you know, probably some kids have got 2 or 3 balls, some don't have any. You know what I mean? But that's another way to adjust. But no, just, you know, if he's that interested in football, as we said earlier on, you know, just keep playing it, just keep doing whatever you can do and working on your skills as much as you can. And you know, sometimes it gets boring, so you know, if you can get your brother, sister, your mum or dad, whatever it might be, get them involved. You know, make it competitive, whether it's keeping it up against each other or, you know, shooting into a target, then try and get that involved, because that makes it a wee bit more fun as well.
Well,
but I can't believe how old we are, actually.
There you go, Arlo. All you need to do is play every minute of every day against friends who don't want to play against you.
Right.
Whether they like it or not, I'll just tell them.
Right, our next question is from Harris Hind, who's 7, and he wants to know who you think is better, Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, and he wants to know why.
I'll go Messi.
I'll go Ronaldo.
Yes! Come on.
CR7!
So Harris, he wants to know why you think that.
Well, I'll put it. See, like Ronaldo is an all-round player, whereas Messi's only plays with one foot. You know, he's very predictable. You know, doesn't really score goals with his head, does he? Whereas Ronaldo scored goals with his head.
European Cup final. Manchester United, Bosch.
Aye.
Messi, it's so close. You could say it. Ronaldo is all-round player. I just think Messi, the things he does with a ball, his close control, his awareness, his team play. He's not just a solo player. He looks for the best pass. If it's a dribble, he knows, he recognises, he understands the game and recognises when to play the pass and when to dribble. His awareness of other teammates is exceptional for me.
Two exceptional players. Wouldn't mind, any of them, if they're available.
Half a one.
Well, there you go. I think that's a debate that's been raging on for the last 15 years, and it could go on forever. So we'll stop that there, and we'll move on to the next one. And the next one is from Caden Ford, who's 13. He says he's Falkirk's #1 fan, and his dream is to play for Falkirk. And he's got a question for you, David, specifically. And he's asking, can you get Peter Grant back to the Bairns to play again?
Good question. I actually know Caden. I spoke to Caden when it was his birthday. So I know Caden. I've spoken to him before. But good question. Now, Big Pete, obviously, I played beside Big Pete when I was still playing as well. Taught him a few tricks and that stuff. Try to do the Cruyff on the edge of the box and get caught on it and things. But, no, listen, Big Pete is a really good player, good centre half. He loves defending. You could always see that when he was playing for Falkirk. How much he loved defending and loved scoring with his dodgy knee slides and that stuff on the dry AstroTurf. But no, he's a good player, and he's doing well at Queen's Park and that just now. So, it's not really for us to try and sign him or that just now. He's obviously doing well there. So, good luck to him, and you just never know what happens in the future.
All right. He's got a question for you as well, Lee. And he's asking how he can get signed to the team, the first team in the future. And he promises to score lots of goals and win lots of trophies.
Like it, Caden. Good.
No pressure. No, just like we've touched on before, just practice as much as you can. Practice as much as you can. Play for your local team, and the rest will take care of itself. It's about dedication, practice, and sometimes you don't feel like going out and playing. It's too windy, it's too cold, and go beyond that. You have to make sacrifices, and play as much football as you can. Listen to your coaches, your mum and dad, whoever's giving you advice, and just work as hard as you can, really, and don't stop. Have those dreams and work towards those dreams.
Well, there you go. Maybe we've got a future star there. We'll see him playing in 10 years.
Hopefully, scoring goals for fun.
Exactly. Right. So that next one's a really good question, I think. Actually, this is from Lewis Cram, who's 8 years old, and he says that his football training's been reduced during lockdown, which is unfortunate. So he wants to know if there are any two-person drills you can recommend for him to do with his dad.
Nice.
Like a good question. What about it depends on what sort of area you've got, but I like if you're just having a mess about, but it works on your technique, it works on your touch as well, and we do it with the players sometimes as well when it's just a game of head tennis. So rather than playing obviously normal tennis, you've got the ball, you've got your small court, you've got something in the middle, and you just need to play over it. And it could start with having as many touches as you want. You can keep it up, or just to try and get a rally, but it always works on your touch. You can use your head, you can use your chest, your knee, your foot, your thigh, anything you want. But that's something that's a bit fun. You can make it competitive, you can play against each other, but at the same time it's working on those really important factors, having a good touch, being able to head the ball properly, being able to take a good touch with your chest and different parts of your body. So I would suggest a wee bit of that. But good question, Lewis. Good question.
Yeah, because it's difficult in these times as well. Sometimes you can't be bothered. You want to play a computer or whatever it is. But no, it's one of those things that even just like you said earlier about passing it against a wall. So you've got somebody to pass it to. So pass it with one foot, take it with opposite foot, across the next foot, pass it back. Just and head tennis is using all different parts of your body as well, which is great. You just want as many touches as the ball as you can to get used to different parts of your foot. If you're dribbling, if you're playing 1v1 into a goal, or just taking each other on, looking for nutmegs on each other, whatever it is, it's just close control and touching the ball as much as you can with your feet.
All right, excellent. Well, hopefully Lewis can put those into practice with his dad, and they can tide him over until he gets back to his training. We've only got a few more left now, and this one's from Ellie Reid, who's 10, and she wants to know if you could buy any player in the world to play for Falkirk, who would you sign?
Wow.
I think being a defender, my first thought goes to like a defensive type or a centre half, and mine would probably be Virgil van Dijk. To be honest, obviously he's injured just now, I know that, but you know that's who I would sign. I don't know how he'd do in League One, mind you, but I'm pretty sure he'd stroll it. To be honest, aye.
30 goals a season.
Aye, maybe cost us a fair bit, mind you.
Nah, he's casual, solid. His recovery pace is incredible. He's an all-round defender, isn't he? He can head the ball, tackle, he can pass. A Rolls Royce of a player.
Mm-hmm.
You want my opinion now?
Who would you sign?
I don't know. I'll go opposite ends. I'll go striker. I'll go Harry Kane. There you go. All-round centre forward. But no, he's a captain and he leads from the front. He's not a loud captain. He's not a loud leader, but he does his leading with his performances. He can score a goal. He can hold it up. He can flip things on. He can pace to run channels. No, he's on form as well. He can score goals for fun, can't he? But I can't believe we've not went Messi or Ronaldo since we spoke about them. I don't think they'd deal with the culture shock of being in League One.
No,
there you go. Harry Kane would deal with it. He would deal with it.
I thought you were going to say Mbappe for some reason.
Mbappe?
His name was up there. Aye.
Nah.
Is that your choice, Adam? Is that what you're saying? Is that your choice then? Aye.
Let's go with that. Aye. We've got Callum Reid as well. He's 7. He wants to know how long you train for every day.
Well, it depends on the day. You know, what type of training we're doing and stuff like that. But normally, just because we've had to change a lot of things, run about the COVID protocols, you know, the boys come in just before 10 o'clock and they get their temperatures done and stuff like that. And then, you know, we're straight out onto the pitch from there. And then we're normally, you know, finished, you know, that session probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And then they, you know, they get a rest up. You know, they need to bring some food and that themselves, and then they're maybe doing individual stuff, whether it be a wee bit of gym work or, you know, other stuff on the pitch and that as well. But as I say, every day is different, and we need to construct the training sessions depending on what day of the week it is, how close the game is. You know, if the boys have just played a game, it might be a bit of a lighter session then, or if it's, say, a Tuesday, then that's normally the hardest working day, where there's a lot of content in the training session. So, yeah.
All right, and we've got a couple more here, and these are from some nursery children, so we can give them a shout out as well. But first of all, we get some of their questions out of the way. And first one here is, what fruit do you guys like?
Yeah. Good question. Very good question. Every morning I'll have my porridge with some grapes and banana. chopped up into it. So I'm right into that.
Grapes in your porridge?
Grapes in my porridge, yeah. Grapes and banana, chopped up banana.
That's a new one.
Try it.
Huh?
Don't mock until you try. Really
I'm not
good.
knocking it. I'll need to get a bash, you know what I mean? Normally, with my
Really
porridge,
good.
I just like a bit of honey or something, maybe, but maybe try
Honey.
a grape in
There's honey in there as well.
there. I like that, like, so if I have bran flakes or something like that, then I like to add in, or if it's Weetabix or something, I'll put a bit of banana in it. I like bananas,
Yeah.
to be fair. Pineapples, I love pineapples.
Pineapples?
Like, not in my cereal, right? Just chopped up.
Just in general. I like an odd apple, and again a wee pink lady.
Aye. Golden delicious ones are good.
Golden Delicious, aye.
Delicious, aye.
So-
Just made that up.
And, keeping on the theme of food here, another question is, what's your favourite chocolate bar?
Great question.
Well, being sports professionals, we don't actually eat chocolate.
Right, I'll go first. Mine's is a Galaxy Ripple.
What?
Good choice.
Galaxy.
Come on,
Oh.
seriously.
Good choice.
Great choice.
I thought you were going to, see when you said Galaxy, I thought you were going to go Cookie Crumble.
I do like a Malteser though.
There's one.
Come on, seriously. Out of all the chocolates and you pick Maltesers.
No, I picked Galaxy Ripple, but I just say I like a Malteser. I'm absolutely a wee Malteser or two.
Do you know what I like just now? See I think it's Cadbury's that do it, but it's the dark milk stuff. So it's the dark chocolate.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Adam,
Honestly,
get him off this chat.
dark chocolate is the best. I'm
Nah.
telling you. It's so
No, I'm
good.
not having it.
how do I pick people?
I'm quite partial to a Whisper as well.
Oh,
Quite
a
partial to
Whisper.
Quite partial to a.
A Whisper.
Well,
Oh, I'll take that on board. But dark chocolate.
No, come on,
Get
you
a
need to
grip,
try it,
man.
honestly. You get
Get a
ones with
grip.
the wee almonds nut in it as well. It's brilliant.
Oh, no chance.
Right, Adam, what you giving us? What's your chocolate then?
oh, I like a Kinder Bueno.
Oh,
what
I'm going to
age
say
are you?
no to that. No, I don't mind that.
No,
Kinder chocolate's good, mate.
the white one especially.
Off. Aye, I'll give you that.
Very good.
Or a bit
Back your
of Reese's.
Take your miles off it.
Reese's stuff. I like the peanut butter stuff. You having that?
Coming out with
Yeah.
almonds and dark chocolate and peanut butter here.
Adam,
That's
delete
disappointing.
him off this chat.
Hey,
Delete
try
him off
something
this
a bit
chat.
different.
Adam, delete him
A
off
bueno,
this chat.
Do you like Kinder eggs as well, Adam? Aye. Kinder Buenos and that. Jesus Christ, man. Or a wildlife bar.
Yeah. What about an Aero? What about Aero chocolate?
Aero.
Aye, I'm in Aero.
Well,
No, man.
An
Stop mixing it up.
orange. You get an orange Aero as well.
No. Just
Oh, there you
plain
go.
chocolate.
Terry chocolate orange.
I think aye.
Brilliant.
Aye.
No chance.
I'll give you
You know what
that.
I've got in the house actually? Chocolate after eights. I've not tried them yet, but
Rubbish.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's move.
Aye, move on. He's miles off it.
Right.
That variation.
We'll go for one more here, and we've got a few kids here asking the same question. Do you like Spiderman?
Yes.
Wow.
Great question. Yeah.
Aye. Spider-Man is a legend. Aye. He is a good guy, to be fair. He came into the stadium not that long ago. Aye. No, but
He's been
I
at one of
like...
my kids' birthday parties before.
That's right. Oh, that was
Oh,
brilliant. Aye, that's right. No, but I like
Aye.
all the Marvel films and that. I like all
Aye.
that. Aye.
Is that the question? Just do you like Spider-Man?
That's the question. Yep.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adam,
like
do
him.
you like Spider-Man?
Well, there you go.
You,
We all
you like Spider-Man, Adam?
I like Spider-Man. Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, you're allowed to
Wait.
say you don't like if you prefer, I don't know,
Yeah.
Superman or
The question is though,
Iron Man.
who would win out a fight, Spider-Man or Batman?
Oh,
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to say Batman. He's
I
got too much in his locker, I think.
I need to
Aye.
go Spider-Man.
What?
Aye. Go with it.
Batman's just all like that. Poof. There you go.
Wow.
Oh, aye, that's it. Kapow.
Right, those questions were from the kids at
Excellent.
Kinnaird Waters Early Learning Centre. So shout out to them and thank you for the questions. And I think that wraps it up for today. I think those were pretty good questions we got in this week, actually.
Excellent. They were brilliant.
I was like, man, some different football questions. I like the difference with the food ones. I was maybe expecting like, what height are you, or what shoe size are you? You know, stuff like that. Sometimes kids ask.
That's a good question.
Favourite? Aye, what sort of pet have you got? Stuff.
What
like
shoe size are you, Cracks?
8. I
Oh.
don't know. An 8. I'm getting that old, I forget what size of shoe I'm in.
Hey, I used to be an 11, now I'm a 9.5. I don't know how that comes about. Yes. Depends what shoe it is.
Is that just because you only wear one pair of socks now instead of 3?
Instead of 4, aye. my bunions have shrunk. I cut my toenails last year for the first time, that's maybe why.
Your toenails are honking, to be fair.
That is then, Adam.
That's you. Thanks for doing this.
Adam,
Asking
if you get any questions, Adam.
Aye.
Have I got any questions?
Aye. Let's hear some of your questions. Seeing
It's
as
all
you're
being
always the
recorded
question
here.
guy.
Are you going to cut this up?
You're the question guy.
I might have to cut it up now. I don't know. You put me in a spot here, guys.
Oh, come on, Adam.
4 minutes 55 left.
No, you've got at least 10 questions in there.
Come on, mate. Give us a question.
I don't know. I'll ask you guys then if you've got any pets.
Yeah.
No.
I've got a dog called Sparkle.
Sparkle.
A wee bichon, a wee white fluffy thing about that size called Sparkle. And no, I didn't name her. No, wasn't my choice of dog. It was my oldest, Rachel. She wanted to get it, and she called her Sparkle. I wanted a big husky, like a real man's dog, and I get scared with a bichon.
So do you shout out Sparkles in the park when he runs away, or?
Yeah, it's a she.
She.
It's a she. Aye. So yeah, I do, and I pull her on a pink lead. You know what I mean? But
nice.
I tried to mix it up. Sparky, Sparks, Sparky. Try to put on a manly voice, but it just wasn't happening. So I just succumbed to it. You know what I mean? She's a wee belter.
She is a wee belter.
Excellent.
You do dog sitting, do you know, Ellie?
Yeah, I've been dog sitting recently. Young Toby. I don't even know what kind of dog he is. I used to have fish. That was my pet. I used to have
we had a fish tank in the house as well.
Aye, we had a fish tank with loads and loads of fish, but you know what? It sounds easier than it is looking after fish.
So, but thank you for doing this. I'm sure
Hey, mate.
Sure the kids will love it.
Hope so.
Brilliant. I hope you found out a bit more information about us.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed that, and that was a nice wee bit of time on the Bairns Brains initiative.
Yeah.
I never say that.
It's been great getting to know you guys. Hope you are doing
Stick
well.
in, work hard, homeschooling rules.
Should we do that?